For centuries, our understanding of human history came from bones, artifacts, and the occasional cave painting. But in the last 2 decades, a new tool has completely rewritten that story: ancient DNA. From frozen Siberian tundra to deep European caves, scientists are now pulling genetic material from remains tens of thousands of years old, revealing shocking secrets about where we came from, who we really are, and how many different kinds of humans once walked this earth. Some discoveries have turned history books upside down. Others suggest there may still be unknown ancestors hidden in our genetic code. So what exactly have scientists found buried in our DNA that's changing everything we thought we knew about humanity? Let's dive into the most mind-blowing ancient DNA discoveries that are rewriting human history. The discovery that changed everything: Neanderthals still live within us. For decades, Neanderthals were painted as our brutish cousins, strong but unintelligent, a failed evolutionary experiment that disappeared 40,000 years ago. But in 2010, a groundbreaking study changed everything. A team of scientists led by Svana Pabo, who later won a Nobel Prize for his work, successfully sequenced the first Neanderthal genome from bones found in Croatia's Vindija cave. What they discovered shocked the world: modern humans and Neanderthals interbred. It turned out that between 1% and 4% of the DNA of modern non-African humans today comes from Neanderthals. That means if you have European or Asian ancestry, part of your genome is Neanderthal. Even more fascinating, scientists have found that these ancient genes affect us today, influencing everything from immune system strength to skin color, and even how we respond to certain diseases. In other words, Neanderthals didn't entirely vanish. They live on in us. The mysterious Denisovans, a hidden human species discovered by DNA alone. In 2008, a tiny fragment of bone, just a child's pinky finger, was discovered in Siberia's Denisova cave. At first glance, it didn't seem like much. But when scientists analyzed its DNA, they found something extraordinary. The genome didn't match Neanderthals or modern humans. It belonged to an entirely new species of ancient human, one that had never been identified before. They were named Denisovans, after the cave in which they were found. Even though we've never uncovered a complete Denisovan skeleton, their DNA tells us a lot. They lived in Asia and interbred not only with Neanderthals, but also with our direct ancestors. Some modern humans, particularly those from Melanesia, Papua New Guinea, and parts of Southeast Asia, carry up to 6% Denisovan DNA. Even more fascinating, certain Denisovan genes are linked to high-altitude adaptation. For example, Tibetans possess a Denisovan-derived gene that helps them thrive in low-oxygen environments. Without Denisovans, life in the Himalayas might have been impossible. This discovery revealed that ancient human history wasn't a straight line from primitive to modern. It was a tangled web, a network of interactions, migrations, and love stories written in our DNA. The ghost ancestor, a hidden lineage in our DNA. If you thought that was wild, here's where it gets even stranger. Scientists analyzing African genomes discovered something truly mysterious: evidence of an unknown ancient ancestor, a ghost population that no longer exists but once interbred with early humans. These ghost ancestors don't match Neanderthals or Denisovans. They appear to be an entirely separate group of ancient humans whose physical remains have never been found. Yet their genetic fingerprints are scattered throughout African populations today. This means there might have been many more types of ancient humans living and mixing with each other than we ever imagined. The fossil record tells one story, but DNA tells another, one full of missing characters and untold connections. The surprising origin of Native Americans. For a long time, scientists debated how the first humans reached the Americas. The traditional theory held that they migrated from Siberia across the Bering Land Bridge about 13,000 years ago. But ancient DNA has revealed a far more complex story. In 2014, researchers sequenced the genome of a 24,000-year-old boy found in Siberia, known as the Malta boy. To everyone's surprise, his DNA was more closely related to modern Native Americans than to East Asians. This meant that the ancestors of Native Americans didn't come directly from East Asia alone. They were a mix of East Asian and ancient Siberian hunter-gatherers. The discovery pushed back the timeline of human migration and showed that the peopling of the Americas involved far older and more diverse populations than anyone thought. Even more recently, DNA extracted from ancient remains in Alaska and South America has revealed multiple migration waves, proving that the first Americans didn't arrive in one big movement, but in several, each leaving distinct genetic legacies that survive to this day. The surprising truth about Europeans' origins. Ancient DNA has also completely rewritten the history of Europe. For years, scholars assumed that modern Europeans descended directly from the first farmers who migrated from the Middle East around 8,000 years ago. But the DNA told a different story. Studies of ancient skeletons revealed that modern Europeans are a genetic blend of three major populations. Hunter-gatherers who lived in Europe before agriculture. Early farmers who migrated from Anatolia, modern Turkey. Steppe herders, known as the Amnea, who arrived from the Eurasian grasslands about 5,000 years ago. The Amnea brought with them not just genes, but also Indo-European languages, which would evolve into English, Spanish, Hindi, and many others. This discovery transformed our understanding of European prehistory, showing that cultural shifts like farming and language spread weren't just about ideas, but also massive human migrations that reshaped the genetic map of an entire continent. Ancient DNA reveals plagues, famines, and extinctions. Ancient DNA isn't just rewriting who we are, it's revealing what we've survived. The revolution in DNA technology. The ability to recover and analyze DNA from ancient bones seemed impossible a generation ago. But advances in next-generation sequencing and improved lab techniques now allow scientists to extract usable DNA from remains tens of thousands of years old, sometimes even from a single tooth or speck of dirt. Today, entire ancient genomes can be decoded in days rather than years, leading to new discoveries almost weekly. Ancient DNA studies are now revealing migrations, relationships, and even family trees within prehistoric communities. In one remarkable case, DNA analysis of remains from a 4,000-year-old tomb in Spain revealed that all the males buried there were from the same paternal lineage, suggesting powerful dynasties even in the Bronze Age. This technology is turning archaeology into something like detective work on a molecular scale, solving mysteries that bones alone could never explain. What ancient DNA tells us about the future? All of this raises a profound question. What does this mean for us today? Ancient DNA shows that humanity has always been mixed, mobile, and adaptable. We are not the product of one simple lineage, but the outcome of countless encounters, migrations, and shared histories. The genetic boundaries we often draw today between races or nations dissolve when you look back far enough. Our DNA carries whispers from hundreds of ancestors, some human, some long extinct, all of them part of the same vast story. Every new genome sequenced is another piece of that puzzle. And it reminds us that human history isn't just something written in books, it's written inside us. Conclusion. From Neanderthals to mysterious ghost ancestors, from the Siberian tundra to the Andes Mountains, ancient DNA has shattered old myths and revealed that human history is far stranger, richer, and more interconnected than anyone ever imagined. As scientists continue to unlock the secrets of ancient genomes, we'll keep learning not only where we came from, but who we really are. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden stories from humanity's past, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more mind-blowing discoveries that change the way we see our world. Because as it turns out, the story of humanity isn't finished, it's just getting started.